NCRP Productions proudly presents Mörk Borg, Pirate Borg, Rosae Osculum. Episode 13, When It Snows.
Welcome back. My name is Mike, and I will be your GM. We are playing Mörk Borg, the pitch black metal apocalyptic RPG, and its supplement, Pirate Borg. Let's go around and meet our crew, starting with you.
What up, gamers? It's your boy, John. GM stands for Gravy Monster, by the way. And I'm going to be playing everybody's favorite character, George Clooney, the accursed skinwalker, with 5 whole hit points tonight.
And in the current form of what?
I'm a monkey wearing Sequoia's character, Craig Sally's face.
Aww.
Yeah.
In loving tribute.
There's no greater tribute.
See if we can put up a little like picture of Craig Sally right here.
Yeah.
How much of that can we play legally? That's what I need to figure out.
Not even that thing that she just sang.
Yeah.
That cost $10,000.
No, we can get away with it. We'll get an AI to write us on copyright.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, it's Pedro playing Bartholomew Bilge, the Buccaneer, with lots of rats. That's all you need to know.
Hey, it's Barry. I am running Blevit, the Fanged deserter.
Hi, it's Sequoia, and I'm running Cod Silverington XVII, the Rapscallion.
Ooh, I kind of like that intro.
I like my scallions wrapped in bacon.
Shut up, shut up, shut up!
Oh my god. I already have a headache, John.
I'm sorry.
All right. So what do you say we do a little recap?
Yes.
You know, it feels like last time a lot happened. So, last time, we started off with you guys dragging Craig Sally's body out of the church. You respectfully threw her body off of the cliff, and we saw it get eaten by a shark.
Hell yeah.
What she would have wanted.
And all my guns and money and equipment.
With all of her cool stuff.
To be clear, it was an attempt at a burial at sea.
Yes, absolutely.
We made our strength checks. We got her in the
We
water.
did get
You
her
did.
to the
Yeah.
sea.
You then headed down towards the Physiker to get Bart healed up. We then saw a drunk young gentleman looking like a combination of Lord Licorice from Candyland and Justin Bieber from 2017.
He was drunk.
He was yelling at the brothel, and he started following you.
Oh, that. I mixed two people up. Sorry. Continue, Mike.
As you were discussing money, he approached and offered you a deal that he would pay for stuff if he could interview Blevit for whatever reason. You agreed, and you began to make your way down to the Physiker. When you got there, some stuff happened, and you made a deal that you would get a free posh if you would kill Captain Riddle.
Short for potion.
And specifically, Captain Riddle again is which captain? The captain of?
He is the captain of...
The yellow ship?
Yeah.
Yes, the yellow ship.
He's the poet.
Yes.
Captain King.
What?
Captain Pirate King of the yellow ship.
Yes, he was one of the pirate kings.
And it had
He's
the
also the
skeletons.
undead.
Yeah.
Yes,
Pirate King.
his boat, very specifically, is called the Luciferno. It
Of
had
course.
the yellow sails and the undead
The
crew.
skelly bones.
Yes.
Oh no, is he gonna come back as an undead captain now?
We didn't think about that very
Didn't think
hard.
about that at all. I do also want to point out, you were really interested. I'm sorry, I'm pointing for an
Yeah.
audio format.
Yeah.
But you were very
Wow.
interested in fitting me into a cage. You mentioned something about how easily I would store in a cage.
It's coming up.
Okay.
You're trying to metagame right now?
I thought that might have been missing from the recap. I'm just excited.
The recap's not over yet.
I'm not done.
Oh, okay. That's what I do when my head is cold. I recap.
Shut up!
Jesus Christ. You agreed to this, and Cod Silverington XVII had to drink a small little potion. He then learned that if you didn't attempt to kill Captain Riddle, that would kill him. So, you
Bummer.
know, That was fun. You then went down to what we're now calling the boat hospital, where you met the boat doctor. You got yelled at because apparently Cod was a bit of a douche to the boat doctor.
No, he was uncool. I was being really normal about all of it.
And then Cod paid him to save or to fix the rest of your boat, which is pretty rad. You then learned that Captain Riddle is staying in the Ruddy Wren. So again, at about like 8 in the morning now, you are climbing the cliff to find the hotel. George Clooney, still as a monkey, climbs up to the second-story window.
Ook oogok.
Yes, looks in and finds the captain, looking as if he is taking a nap. After a not-so-brief discussion outside, you all decide to go inside to kill him.
We were like, we're going to plan so much.
Yes.
Fuck it!
I'm telling you, it was like truly like a 7 to 8 minute discussion of you guys just standing there.
We just kicked the door in and
then,
shot him.
yes, and then you just kicked the door in and shot him.
It's amazing how no good plan survives the party, even when it's the party that is designing the plan.
Exactly. Yeah, so you guys quickly just kind of kick the door open, and you shoot him a whole bunch. He attacks you with a battle axe. As you kill him, you steal a strange gold whistle and a battle axe, and you jump out the window.
Who has the battle axe?
You.
Me. I thought I did, but I didn't write down. Oh, there it is, battle axe.
So
Sorry.
we find these idiots running up the planks, covered in blood and viscera, running straight toward the church, and that is where we are now.
Funny how in my notes I didn't write down viscera, just blood.
Yeah.
I'm bleeding pretty bad, but I mean, overall, that went really well. I kind of need another potion.
We don't seem to get ahead. I mean, the whole reason for coming out of the hole was that we were going to get healed, healthy, hale, and go back in.
I guess I could go back and see if I can get anything for this golden skull. Or we could just go rest the natural way.
I believe that was a good choice, but let's head to the church. Let's finish heading to the church. Cod, you wanted to say something?
Churches are tight.
There we go.
Oh, we have a church of our own. Let's go.
From the mouth of babes.
Thanks, man.
Can I just say the thing I'm thinking? When you said Lord Licorice earlier, I imagined Jesus on a cross made of licorice.
What?
I like that. You can have that.
I have to get it out of my head or I can't move forward.
Right, you
in
can't
the
move
gameplay.
forward.
That could be your
I get
headcanon.
that.
Because we're talking about a church, you know. George Clooney endorses this plan fully.
The Lord Licorice. Jesus.
Licorice Jesus.
That's the worst candy you could make the Lord out of.
Well, I mean, chocolate was already taken for bunnies.
Do you want to get excommunicated? Because that's how you get excommunicated.
Right. Start making licorice Jesus.
Jesus was Twizzlers.
No.
Look what I made! I made a licorice Jesus! No!
Burn it!
Child!
Burn it, or we shall die!
Start whipping him with the licorice.
This is sacrilegious!
Sack delicious.
So as you're running up the planks, you see that a rat, pretty large rat, about the size of a loaf of bread, comes running out straight toward you, and it looks pretty angry.
Like it's gonna... Oh god, it's a fucking rat. Wait, have we dealt with any rats?
Bart, why don't
Wait
you
a minute.
why don't you have one of yours speak to it? Delilah?
Yeah, see if Delilah can pop out real quick.
It's much bigger than Delilah.
Yeah.
It is much bigger than
Delilah's
It's red
eyes
box
go
size.
wide. And wait, didn't we deal with rat people down below? We did.
Craig Sally had a rat child who loved her.
That's
You don't know Craig. That was Craig Sally, but she was great.
Sequoia's offering this, not God.
As it's coming, I'll put my hand on my Zweihander and be like, "Hold up there, rat guy, rat."
Does this
Big
rat
rat.
appear like anthropomorphic at all?
Is it the same one?
No, it's not the same one. No, that one was about the size of a small child. This is just a hungry-looking rat.
Oh, it's just a hungry-looking rat.
Yeah.
Assimilate.
Then, if no one's gonna do anything, I say, "All right, if this doesn't work, back me up." And I'm just gonna wait until it gets close enough.
So
and
wait
I'm
a
gonna-
second, you're not having Delilah speak to it?
It looks like a crazed rat.
I get it, but
Yar, it needs to be one we need to put down.
It's definitely foaming at the mouth right now.
Are you gonna fuck that rat?
No, I'm gonna kill this rat.
All right, take out your Zweehander.
So when it gets close enough,
Yeah, go ahead, take a swing at it.
I will suggest that it potentially is food as long as your brethren don't have a problem with that.
That thing looks rabid as hell.
yeah, that's 17.
You can boil the
That's
rabbit.
definitely gonna hit.
That's 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage is definitely gonna kill this thing. You
Nice.
cleave this thing in twain.
Yeah, just
I
make
shall
a
grab
big,
one half.
quick sweeping like.
I shall grab the
circle,
half with the tail, unless the tail was perfectly split.
and I'm gonna cough for about 2 minutes straight. A blood cough.
Do you still have the blood coughs?
Everybody still has the blood cough.
I don't have any hair then. I forgot about that.
What do you mean?
Well, because the hair fell out, right? Because of the radioactive whatever? Didn't everyone's hair fall out?
You weren't with the party for that.
Oh, that wasn't like a worldwide event?
That's a me event.
Interesting.
So yeah, so I'll finish coughing. Okay. Yeah, that was just a regular rat. But a good idea picking up goodies.
I already have the tail half.
Yeah. Just you hold it up to show everyone, and just guts start falling out everywhere.
Yeah, all right. We should give something back to the townsfolk, and I'll kick the other one on the side of the cliff. The other half.
I laugh.
Yeah.
Haha, I say.
Thank you, Mr. Clooney. That means a lot. Okay, let's go.
Far down below, you hear a yarn. What the fuck was that?
Yarn, be food.
Rats from heaven.
Be grateful.
Rats off to you.
Jeez. So you guys continue running. You see a bunch of people again going in and out of Old Jack's. You guys pass straight by that and like dive into the church, slamming the door behind you.
All right, let's bar it up with some of the pews. Hack, hack, cough, bleed. I need a rest. I need some food and some water.
It's like 10 in the morning now.
Should we block the window as well?
Oh, yes, we should. Let's block everything we can.
I mean, I think that was the only other point of ingress.
Yeah. Did we close the portal down below? Were we able to do that before?
I
The
do not
staircase.
remember us
The
closing.
portal.
We left it and said we'd come back.
There's a lot
But-
of blood in this place, guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, things happen.
Yeah, Cod, looking around, you can just see that there's a bunch of dead bodies in here and weird dead like worm things.
Did we
And
leave
everybody's
the
face
father
seems to be
here?
cut off.
There is that too.
Unchill.
Did we leave the father in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
did, yeah.
Oh, yeah, those are the last tenants. They tried to kill us.
But they were disgruntled tenants.
Yes.
We gruntled them. We like to have fun, Cod. You see.
Everyone laughs insanely.
I'm gonna join in awkwardly, but enthusiastically.
For sure, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so, well, I don't feel up to going down there just yet. I know it's early.
I'm fine with relaxing. I can get some of this blood off.
We should probably clean up and get ready to go make a...
Which I just realized the easiest way to take the blood off would be for me to spit onto a handkerchief. However,
Blood spit.
I think I'm smearing it. But
I want to turn.
is there still a bale of holy water at the front?
That's a really good question. You know what? Let's find out.
Dibs on first slip.
Yep, there's liquid there.
There is. Well, then I shall return to it, and as any good person in their right mind would do, I stick 2 fingers in and make the sign of something on my face, and then continue back trying to figure out how to get the blood off.
Draw a happy face.
The Punisher symbol.
Yeah.
I was gonna make that exact joke.
Were you really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, Cod.
So you have 2 choices right now. You can take a little bit and catch your breath, or you guys can do like a full rest. Right.
I look to Bart.
I have-
Bartholomew?
I have a lot of wounds right now. I think a full rest would be
Very
nice.
good.
Although, we could start with a short rest and see where it gets me and then go from there.
Again, you are in the lead,
We
Captain.
should set up watches of me and Blevit and then you guys.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So a short rest will be a D4. and then a long rest will be a D6.
I mean, I humbly, Mr. Captain Guy, I think a D6 sounds better than a D4.
I agree.
And that would put you guys as going out and doing stuff in the evenings.
Time isn't real.
That sounds good to me.
I don't think it's going to matter. We are going into the bowels of the earth. I don't think the sun's position is going to affect us much.
So I'm gonna go over to that corner and take a long rest.
And I will make sure that no one goes over to that corner to bother him, so he can take that full rest.
Yeah, Mr. Blevit, I liked Mr. Silverington's idea. You two be on watch. Mr. Clooney, do as you see fit.
George, would you like to sleep at this time?
George Clooney has noticed Cod Silverington is interested in Blevit and is, a showboat. He's jealous. So I'm going to interrupt whoever's speaking and say, Cod, check out this cool trick. I'm great. I'm really cool. Like me, please. And then I writhe in agony as a monkey. I become armless George Clooney. And then I writhe in agony as armless George Clooney, and I become the Giraffesalisk, which is in the rulebook the life and death lizard, which regenerates 1d4 hit points each round. So I do that. I hope everybody's very impressed. I will take the time to regenerate my hit points.
Absolutely.
And then I will say I'm happy to. I'll curl my Giraffesalisk neck perhaps around you for warmth to make this comfortable.
George, may I make a suggestion for the future?
Of course.
That would go better if you opened yourself up in a certain spot so that somebody could see what happened. You were covered in blood. You are still covered in blood. Nobody realizes what happened.
Oh, I'm a different shaped mass of viscera and blood, though.
I thought you were going for the healing aspect. You just went for the shape-changing
I
aspect.
just thought it'd be impressed. I just want Cod to think I'm cool.
I get you. I understand.
Okay, Blevit, like we know you're the cool one. We all know.
And Cod's gonna kind of scratch his chest because the smaller forms were the coolest.
Oh,
Back to the monkey then.
rats.
You have a rat form?
No. I like the joke.
While we're on the subject of rats, I do have this half, and I'll hold up the tail. Cook it.
We do need to eat in this world. Perhaps I will need to become a monkey again, but maybe I've regenerated some hit points. I could take the lead on cooking while you two do a lovely watch, where Cod and Blevit do a lovely watch.
Well, my thinking to begin with, George, was we should look for sacramental candles, something to cook it over.
I have a lantern with fire in it.
Oh, we could do that.
We could take a bunch of candles and kind of jam them together, and then stick the wicks out, and then we just burn that, and we heat this
You
meat.
guys have pews made out of wood, man.
Yeah, if we just drop some of those
You're
up,
sleeping!
Fire steel, ours, cringe.
I believe there was a voice in my head that suggested the pews. I think that is a brilliant idea. Let us chop up the pews.
Let's make
I
a
have
fire
a new
in the middle of
battle
the
axe
church. Yeah.
to test out as
yeah.
well. And I shall begin testing the battle axe upon the pews.
Fantastic. So you guys chop up a bunch of the pews. You guys make yourselves a little campfire.
And, to be clear, we will make the campfire by the broken open window.
Okay.
For the smoke.
Yeah, so hopefully the smoke goes out.
Tubers are sometimes edible.
Tubers are often edible.
Yeah.
So these little grubbies.
Not tumors, tubers.
Are you saying that, these are like potatoes, these grubs, because they look...
These worms are potatoes?
They're both white
Oh.
or brown.
There is a connective logic in this. I'm not certain I'm
I don't know. I'm
comfortable
not
with
like
it.
Nat Geo. I'm just thinking like food stuff.
You know what? I would love to take a crack at cooking up all the various meat that happens to be in this room. I'm just gonna put it on
people-
sticks.
I'm feeling
worms.
like I'm feeling like we should consider this to go tapas style, so each in its own plate.
Small plates.
So right, exactly, but so that we can try each and understand the true delicacy, its flavor profile, etc. I'm concerned about mixing.
I'll grind some coffee and so we can smell it between cleanse our palate. Yeah.
I'll tell you, in the book, they're called slimy eels.
There we go.
Oh, totally edible.
Yeah.
Slimy land eels.
Unami?
Squirming, squealing, slimy eels.
Unagi.
Okay.
Unagi.
But if depending on if they are freshwater, they may be a nago.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, this is like Pirate Town or whatever, so they're probably not fresh.
Right. So back to unagi. So slimy unagi,
So you cook, we'll
which
keep watch.
seems to be a.
Slimy is the best texture.
Hold on. There's the word for it.
Okra.
Slimy unagi. Slimy unagi is a. Come on, Professor. The word I'm trying to come up with, where two words go together and they are
A portmanteau.
Like Brangelina.
Like Brangelina or Smog.
sure. That was the direction I was going. Oh
They're
my
in
God.
love, the two words.
Okay. All right.
They're gonna
all right.
have a baby.
Yeah. I thought that was what it was. A sleel? A slimy eel? Is that what you're looking for?
No. The moment is
adverb.
lost. Moving right along. So we'll begin to spit up the grubs and rat back half.
Fantastic. Yeah, so you guys spend a little while like making a nice little like tapas spread.
I really think that the two of you can rest. I feel great. I'm a monkey with hands. I can cook this food while you take a nice little break.
I
Get to know each
understand the captain was rather clear. You'll be taking watch with him.
Oh,
That
And-
might have been code for something, George.
I'm very desirable.
That's not what I meant. You may get a talking to.
Oh.
Ooh.
In hot water with the big man.
Ooh. Is
I'm-
George Clooney in trouble?
I'm uncertain. I felt vibes.
I'm out with it.
Vibes.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I
at
guess
this
I
point, then the other thing I'd
kiss
like
Bart.
to do is search the church
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you can.
because
you just, like,
I'm
wanna-
certain that there is stuff to help the kindling go.
Absolutely.
Pages.
Pages.
Well, yes, for me it's called toilet paper, but for other people,
Yeah, you want to search around the church?
I do.
Yeah, go ahead and yeah, you can do a little searching if you want to.
Find the
I
one
need
unclean
a
scroll.
D100 actually.
ooh, a little different this time. We are going with a 40 off the table.
Can I search while I sleep?
All right, well, we'll find
Yeah.
that at some point. Or the
You
cat
cannot
will.
search while you sleep.
45.
You can search for meaning. in the
Oh,
dream.
you find D20 silver hiding in some rubble.
Pretty cool.
I will go with 7.
I'm sorry, Barry.
7 silver. No,
You
7
find
silver I didn't have.
Yep. Absolutely.
I assume that Cod still has tons of silver after that
That-
80 or so that you spent on our ship.
Crazy amounts.
Yeah.
And then beyond that, I'm assuming I'll search until Bartholomew comes up.
Well, I mean, that was the we're going with, that's your best effort of searching and all that. George Clooney, are you doing any searching at all, or are you just kind of sitting there?
I
and
watch. I like fun. I'll search.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just get my dice out and I'll roll them. A
Cod is
D100.
trying really hard to corner Blevit so that they can talk to each other
Okay.
and failing over and over again.
Yeah, you'll notice that Blevit is
Are you
not around often.
avoiding? You're avoiding.
Well, now that I have to put it out there, yes.
Okay, fantastic.
I rolled a 71.
So you lift up one of these pews, and you find something that you haven't seen for a long time. It's kind of hairy, and you pull it up by its tail, and it's half of a dead dog.
Oh. Oh. It's in the book.
On
It for
on
sure
the
is.
on the
It's right
positive
here.
side,
It's half of a dead dog.
The other half went to a farm.
well, but also there is an extension to the flavor palette for the dinner this evening.
Is
Good,
it like
good
a,
find, George.
Is it like a mummified dog remains? This makes me sad.
Which will make it gamey.
Seems relatively fresh.
Okay.
Which
we've had
is
worse.
somewhat of a concern because if it's relatively fresh, we were here most of the time.
We walked right by this dead dog.
Well, my concern is how did it get halved?
I'm more concerned with the fact that we're not as observant as we thought we were.
That's
which is,
true.
So
Well, there were. It is.
Bart cleaved a rat in twain not that long ago.
I understand, but we didn't hear about the dog cutting.
Bit of a night terror. It's like, you'll never catch me alive! And I pull out my gun and kind of shoot it at the wall.
Just in his sleep.
Suddenly, the dead dog is not quite as much of a surprise to me. We did nap out a bit.
Cuddle the warm gun.
All right, and so that long rest passes, and those of you who were on watch, you guys are free to rest now if you would like. Or,
Yeah.
Well, I shall take
You're
at least
free
a
to-
short rest.
Yeah. And I mean, really, actually, you guys would have taken a short rest while you're sitting there on watch.
That's a
Okay,
D4.
Perfect. Well, then I am ready.
I'm happy. I rolled a 6 on mine, so I'm at yes.
Nice.
I'm back up pretty good.
They don't stack though. I do either or.
Either or.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna roll the D6 and take a long rest. Okay.
Okay.
Got the exact same number.
So Bartholomew, while you rested, George put his culinary skills.
Nice.
Alliteration is killing me tonight. His culinary skills to work, and we have dinner.
Oh, is that what that heavenly smell is? Let me have
No, I think
it.
that's wafting in through the window. Wait till you get close.
I have various pastes. That's me.
I believe it is called pate, George.
Yeah.
I haven't had a good pate in a while.
Well, you won't have a good one today. But it is a pate.
Various rotten meat pates.
Protein paste.
Heated.
And of course, cooking takes all of the germs out anyway.
Yeah, that's why people don't get sick from hot food.
And the way George cooked it, they're all Cajun style.
Yep, so I'll take like my bowl out, take like a knife and like scoop some onto mine, like a little bit of each, and then all the rats will kind of line up on my shoulder, and I'll scoop them a little bit.
Do you paint a stripe across your chest with it, and then they just eat it?
There's a little bowl on my shoulder that I kind of lock into place, and I'll put the big pile there, and they kind of form a line and scoop off.
Please, sir, may I have some more so we speak?
Delilah shoveling little bits to every.
She's got the little ice cream scooper. Blop, blop. I want a dog.
Human paste again!
That is disgusting.
Oh boy!
You know I love dice rolls. Can we get a roll for how delicious this hot paste is?
Yeah, go ahead.
On a scale of 1 to 100, maybe?
Sure.
We will convert it to a letter grade.
Very good.
That's an F.
You got a 49.
That is bad paste.
I
It's gross.
very appreciative. It's quite interesting how you turn the paste crunchy. It's still in paste form, as you see. It's some kind of non-Newtonian. When I bite into it, it hardens up like a rock.
You just want to let this drizzle down your throat, avoiding your tongue if possible.
So the spoon to the very back in the
One of my rats just.
The rats are vomiting off of this food.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do they have the blood vomit too?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh.
They have little tiny handkerchiefs.
Dabbing.
Yeah.
I think he's got consumption. It's not consumption, it's the blood coughs. Well, Bart, with dinner done,
Is everyone feeling ready to delve into the deeps?
I am.
For show.
Yes, Cod, we're so happy to have you with us, and we're so happy that curse was lifted from you. We were actually in the middle of a great quest, a brave quest for potentially treasure and riches. I'm assuming that you were interested in something like this.
Yeah,
He's an
dog.
amazing storyteller, is he not?
Yeah, verily.
Oh, and don't touch the gem-encrusted skulls.
Oh, they're really great looking, but yeah, you don't want to grab those. And
Pass
dump
on
them.
those.
It's bad.
We have learned they are not a treasure.
Heard.
At least not one to behold.
And I'll look to the dead priest on the ground. They're quite a sight to see, but not in a good way. Anywho, enough of that. I think it's time to delve beneath the depths.
And you know what? This time it's wonderful Cod has come along because we now have light.
I have a lantern.
And in the words of the Lord, I believe it was Genesis 5 or 6 or 7, somewhere in those early parts, let there be light.
I'm
I
gonna
think he said, let's get lit.
Yeah.
Ah.
I'm gonna squeak the opening on the lantern and make up a little rap.
Oh,
Nice.
do it.
No,
That was not what she meant.
I'm not prepared for that.
I guess I have to pretend that I just found the lantern that I've had the whole time. Oh, look at the lantern here on the ground as well. It's like, well, I'm two.
Like you guys see Bart pull a lantern out of his backpack and
Not
like,
of the chest.
Oh
The
yeah.
rats have been secreting it away there.
Oh,
Not
those are
secreting.
rats. Secreting it all.
I'm gonna squint at you angrily.
Anyway,
Anywho.
I hate to belabor the quest or delay the quest with any logistical questions.
But you have another lantern as well, George?
I have 3 lanterns I have written down here. No, I do. It's very important, though, to know if I can be in my Giraffalisk form in these catacombs.
I mean, yeah, we decided that you can kind of like
Slither.
snake your neck down
I
because you're
can,
like part basilisk, I guess.
I just want its stat block to be like a meta move, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Thank you.
Because you're holding yourself to the standard of you can't use weapons,
That's so true.
which is fine.
Cool. Stupendous. I convert again. I writhe on the ground. I go, ow, 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 this really hurts. Look at me. Hey, check this out. Cod, I'm doing it again. Look.
I'm just staring at Blevit.
Cod, look at me. Cod, look at me. Cod. Ma, you're not looking.
Hey, yeah, you guys are watching this person that you guys have always kind of revered a little bit,
Absolutely.
George Clooney, who is now constantly trying to get the attention of this new person that you've brought in.
I think something's going on, Mr. Blevit.
I have noticed it through most of your sleep. I just can't put a finger on it.
Well, I'm sure it'll work itself out.
Things always do. Lead on, sir.
All right, let's go.
Captain, my captain.
And I'll pick up my lantern, pull out my rifle, say, let's go, and actually put that away and pull out my sweet hand. Okay.
I am going to have the now well worked in battle axe.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's great.
As long as we run into pews only, I believe I can take anything.
That is awesome. Do you have the stats for that?
No. Okay.
Do you have your book handy?
Someone's, yes.
Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah.
He's like a Christian skunk.
It uses your
That's
strength
just his name already, John.
and
Pews.
It's already his name.
But he's like, it's like if you fart in church, you go Pepe Le Pew. Pepe Le Pew's loose in here.
I thought they shot you if you did that.
Because the peeps did.
The priest generally does have a handgun on
It's for
them.
fart.
Just for fart.
does a D8.
And yeah, his handgun does a D8.
What are you talking? What?
The gun that priests always carry around for people who fart in church, they just pull it out, cap them, you know.
This is.
Yeah, they're talking crazy over there.
I don't know. He
Okay.
just started saying
I
stuff.
drank 2 Pepsis.
And they have neat names like the Adjudicator.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does it fit?
Penance.
Does it fit in there?
So,
It's pretty cool.
That's perfect.
Useless knowledge. Please continue, Game
What's
Master.
going on, Mike?
She asked if the Pepsi can would fit in my dice cup. I just did it. I just was obliging.
When I was in school, I was the kid that had to get separated from everybody else because I'd talk the whole time.
We know.
we can tell.
Yeah, okay, fuck you guys.
I love you.
When I was in school, I was the kid who had to get separated from other children because I had 2 conjoined twins. So the teacher had to separate me from the other students.
Wait, 2 conjoined twins would be
I
conjoined
was in the
triplets.
middle.
Yes, Larry, Curly, and John. I've heard of you.
That's so stupid. I'm so sorry. Oh, fuck.
I think for the first time we are going to break Mike this evening. Episode 13.
I wondered what would break first.
You only.
Yeah, what's the quote there you go for, John?
You only.
You gotta go right there.
Gotham will fall. You only befriended the stupid bullshit. I was born in it.
Raised in it. You didn't know stupid.
No sensible comedy until I was around.
He goes, Batman, more like Buttman. I'm Bane.
Joker in the Bane mask.
The Joker wearing a Bane mask, and he takes off this mask. Joker. He's his real
It's Jared Leto Joker, and we're all disappointed. Okay, everybody settle down. Mike has something to say.
Mike, I'm so sorry, Mike. I'm so sorry.
5.
All right, are we ready?
Yeah. Woo.
That was solid.
This is just a patch of callus, you see.
Yeah. So you begin making your way down the slippery stairs. You notice that as your first trap when you began walking down.
Oh, yeah.
That it was covered in seaweed and stuff.
I remember this trap.
Correct.
Oh, I can totally help with traps if I go first.
I believe that was an offer to go first.
Yes, would you like the lantern?
I have a lantern. I'll clink them together and I'll say, "Noise."
Nice!
You guys cheers your lanterns.
Yeah.
And Cod Silverington goes first. And in order to disarm this trap, you see that he kind of crouches down and like pushes the seaweed off of the stairs.
Don't worry, bros. I got this.
Fucking pushing it off to the side.
Brilliant.
Genius.
Man. Now, I'm always curious about mechanics. You've taken a sort of new background or something that gives you ability to disarm traps. Is that true?
Yeah, I got better while you guys were all resting, and now I can do a little better on lockpicking, pickpocketing, and disabling traps, and I got a little more health.
This is fantastic news.
And something else I don't remember. Something about I rolled on a table, maybe.
I usually roll on a table. That's where the dice go.
Okay, I'm going to stop letting John talk now.
That's some good idea.
I want to specify that I pull out a really encrusted hanky from my pocket to move the seaweed aside. And then I'm going to just leave it on the step.
Oh, you're going to leave your hanky?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my.
You've used this hanky before.
It's disgusting. It's basically like rigid.
Okay, that is disgusting.
Yeah.
Well, that's the like, it's like you're credit carding the seaweed off.
Yeah.
Right. So you make your way into this room down in here. It is a stone room. You can see that corpses block the east door. They are stacked high. You can notice that some of the corpses have been moved as if somebody tried to make their way through this before. There is a rat-human hybrid cut in half, wrapped in a flea-ridden blanket on the ground here.
Was that us?
Yeah, that was the one that sallied. I'll pick my hat off.
So, potentially
Get
dinner
like
food.
halfway.
Yeah, and there appears to be like a weird blood streak leading from about the center of the room up toward the stairs, as if a body was just dragged. You know.
I take Sally's face off temporarily, and I kind of bow my giraffe-lisk head, and then I put it back on.
Okay.
Seems like a nice gesture.
This is where we lost our last companion.
Bummer.
It was a bummer.
Mega bummer.
Yeah.
Now there is a passage to the south, but a cave-in has completely blocked that off.
Well, shit. Looks like a cave-in did work on that one. And the last time we went down to that way, past the bodies, there was some strange hands that followed us out, with which was the killing of our friend.
They seemed only interested in the treasure, however, if I can deduce.
My understanding, as best I saw it, was when we touched the gems within the eyes. Other than that, they did not seem to have any concerns.
That's right, yes. Once they got that back, they did retreat.
We may be able to pass through there.
Just have to resist the temptations of the gems.
Yes. So, Cod, you've been warned, and you also offered to lead. So, please,
There
onward.
might be traps in there.
So the two pathways from here are the three, I guess. So the stairs we came down, the blocked off one, and then the hand hallway.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I will go to the entrance and shining my light in there. Do I see like moving scuttly things? Or...
You don't see anything like moving or scuttling. What you can see by shining your lantern in there is that there are a couple of bodies, or not bodies, but like skeletons that appear to be like sitting almost, leaning against the walls. And they do have jewels beset in their eye sockets.
Do I feel any kind of calling to them, or they're just seeing them?
No, you just see them there. They're just sitting there.
All right, I'm gonna proceed.
Okay, so you'd have to push some of the bodies out of the way.
I will not touch the head specifically.
Okay, I mean, you would just have to, like, the corpses that are blocking this,
Oh,
this
yeah, for
hallway.
sure.
Yeah, so you guys take a little bit of time to push these corpses out of the way. And, Cod, you push your way into this.
And I'll follow up behind.
Okay. As you make your way in, it almost looks like this hallway ends in a wall. But as you continue walking, you can see that there is a narrow passageway leading both to the left and to the right. Narrow as in, it's about 3 feet wide, both to the left and to the right.
Is your giant body gonna fit in here?
He can slither. Fear not.
I exude a mucus.
Captain, do you have an opinion on which way we go?
Oh, let me think. And in my head, I quickly go, eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
Arr! Right.
Yes, yar to the right.
I was just throwing it out there as a possibility.
I like the right passage.
I continue to the right.
Okay, so going down the right passageway, after a few feet, it immediately makes a left turn, and you head down about another 30 feet. After that, off on your right, there is an opening, but you can also see that this thin passageway continues.
So we've gone right, and then it went left.
Yes.
And now the pathway continues. There's a small passage, an opening on the right
Hold on,
side.
I gotta
yes.
draw this because I'm gonna get lost.
Here.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Let's check out the passage here. Let's peek in that room.
It's almost as if you are in a rectangle and you're able to go around the outside of the rectangle.
Oh.
Do we feel like the inside of the rectangle is the place we just were, or is it a different place?
It almost seems like maybe there's a room in there and you just have to find the entrance.
This opening that you described, is that on the wall, which we would imagine would be next, adjacent to the...
That would be leaving the rectangle.
leaving
Okay.
the rectangle. Okay.
So we could
So
do...
is anyone else feeling like potentially there is room here and we just need to find the pressure point to open it? Secret panels and all?
Is it possible that there's more evil hands inside of there?
That there most certainly is a possibility of that.
If this pathway continues, it seems like it may make a complete perimeter. We maybe should just finish walking the perimeter.
I like that thought. Let's make the entire circuit.
I'll
Yeah,
mark our
Getting our
path.
bearings is a good idea.
So I'm gonna take another disgusting hanky out and tuck it into like the wall crag.
Okay.
And then keep
That's a
going.
good idea. Then if we come upon it, since no one brought chalk, we will know that we've been this way before.
It kind of stands out like a tent.
Because it's also stiff and crusty.
Gentlemen, if you would like to remain here for just a moment, I shall run back upstairs. If I were to grab 2 of the charcoal-laden sticks from our fire, mayhaps we could draw X's and arrows and the like. Is that a yay, Captain? Should I run back up?
Let's see. I'm trying to see if I have anything that could help with that.
With getting me up to get the charcoal sticks?
No, I wanted to see if we could save some time.
I don't run that slowly.
Can I take out a bullet and just see if I can just mar the wall? Like it's stone, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could do that. Absolutely.
We could just use this.
Oh, very good. Well, then
I'll
that
give you
saves
the
me
bullet.
100. Oh, it's for me to do. Yes, okay.
You did mention the idea.
Very good. And I'll start putting little arrows in the direction we're walking.
Yeah, fantastic. And then you're going to continue down this narrow passageway?
Right.
Okay, fantastic.
Making the curves that we believe are going to make a circuit of a rectangle.
Absolutely. So you continue down this narrow passageway, and it makes another left-hand turn,
Very good.
and then you actually do find an opening that makes another left-hand turn. But it seems a lot sooner than, like, the outside of the rectangle. And looking in there, you can actually see that there appears to be a throne, and somehow there is a glowing light inside of there. In
A
like
light in the throne?
yeah, like in this, there's like a circular room inside of there, and there appears to be a throne and a glowing light.
Okay, this has to be a trap of some sort.
I would think that myself as well.
I can detect traps.
That's wonderful
And
news.
if you don't find anything, I could also detect traps magically as well.
You've got everything you've got. A lantern.
But in a different form.
Redundant.
but in a much more dangerous form.
Yes, Bartholomew is the king of that.
Okay, well I'm gonna check for a trap on the glowing throne.
Okay, are you sure you're gonna walk down that hallway?
We shall remain here, but give good light.
Yeah, I'll
Bartholomew, hold the lantern up high.
I'll hold it up high. I'll follow you. I'm curious. Is my downfall.
You're gonna head down that hallway?
I do feel like you've asked me too many times for it to be safe, but that is the choice I
I
made.
just didn't hear you answer the first time.
I'm
Like
following
Christ.
close-ish behind.
Okay, so as you begin heading down this hallway, you actually do see that there is a skeleton sitting in this throne. You can't actually see where the light is coming from, but there is like a faint blue light in this room. On this skeleton, the strangest thing that you notice is that below her waist, it's not two legs, but it's these small articulated limbs twisting and kind of twitching. Like these bones are kind of, it's almost like 1,000 tentacles made out of bones, twisting all around each other.
Moving now. As they
Moving
look.
right now,
Captain, I
yes.
propose we not go in there.
And sitting on top of her head is a crown. And there is a plaque on top of her throne just above her crown that says Queen Mimordel, in the first line of the first of her line, Sovereign of the Church of the Grasping Deep. She is properly dead, despite the twitching.
Well, it does say that she's dead.
Captain, something I was thinking as you were making your way to the very scary sounding throne, is it possible that the glowing light is actually a reflection of the lantern light upon the back of the chair of the throne?
I say, Mr. Cod. And we'll, close the little...
Shutter the lantern. Does the glow remain?
What's that?
If we shutter the lantern.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The glow stays.
Well, all right, that was a thought.
All right, well, I really want to see that crown. I know it's a bad idea, but I'm a pirate and we really could use
May
it.
I suggest, if it's a gem, you don't touch it.
Is it a gemmed crown?
There are no gems in it.
Okay.
But you do see that, like, it does have these, like, beautiful patterns of, like, waves and almost like coral inset into it.
Is there anything else in this room besides the throne?
It is just the throne and this weird twitching corpse with a crown on it.
So here's what I'm thinking. I'll go up there, I'll pick up the crown. If anything fishy starts happening, I'll toss it to you and then we skedaddle.
So, just to like recap, you want to approach the wiggling bone lady, take her crown that's magical-ish and glowing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, it may be magical and it may be dangerous, but well, we need money, and what are these dungeons for if not adventure?
Do you have like a last will and testament? I could help you write one up real quick.
Well, I mean,
Way profesh.
Well, I mean, I have told all of my rat crew that upon my death, everything I own becomes theirs.
And upon their death?
Well, I suppose upon all of their death, it would go to my remaining crew to pick through.
Tight. Got it. Okay, go for it.
Captain, may I suggest something? I remember that in past days of yore, there was a game that young people played. I believe it was Caves and Wyverns, and in it, often there was a throne like this at the end of the cave that they went into. Mayhaps we've taken a wrong turn and come to the end, and maybe we need to go the other direction to then wend our way back here? Simply a thought.
We very well could, but I am right here.
Well, this is true.
Well, I'm going to check it for traps first.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, please.
So I'm going to check the throne for traps.
George, where are you?
Okay.
I'm standing there. George Clooney is standing there as a Giraffelisk, terrified because he sees in this. He's actually shocked because he sees in this a recreation of what led to Sally's demise, where I grabbed something valuable and threw it to a crew member, and then she died.
Did you make a presence test? DR8. What did you roll?
I got a 5.
You got a 5. Okay.
But it's -2, which is 6, which I still didn't hit.
Okay.
Do you have omens?
I do have omens.
Oh man.
Oh, okay. Does anybody have a deck of cards?
I believe there's one around. Give me just a moment.
Okay. So, I'm going to use an omen. Well, I'll wait for Barry to sit down.
And for the card shuffling noise. In the meantime, did I miss anything
Yeah.
about this room?
So
the
there's
room's glowing. There's a throne.
a blue glow is filling this throne room. There is a lady skeleton sitting on the
Twitchy.
throne, but no legs, just a million twitching appendages, and she has
Bones.
a crown on her head.
Oh.
Yeah, they're skeletal appendages. And then, are they segmented?
Yeah, they're like segmented.
So like
yeah,
a
articulated.
vertebrae.
Yeah.
And then there's a plaque above her head that she's the first of her line, and she's dead despite that you heard that part.
She's
Okay.
appropriately dead.
All right. I'm using an omen to re-roll my failed trap checking check.
Oh,
And
man.
when when I'm using an omen, I get to draw a playing card. If it's over 8, I get another omen. And if it's a joker, I have to roll on the scary table.
Okay, let's
cool.
So
Well, then it's appropriate that we are using a Deadlands deck.
I got an 18 on this roll.
Okay.
And you got 5.
So I do not get that omen back.
Okay. So checking this, like you're checking this this throne, you're like climbing all over this thing, making sure not to touch her, climbing all over it like a weird little like monkey.
Yeah.
And you do not see any trap mechanism at all.
Checks out, Cap.
Alright, well, I'm gonna do a little magical checking of my own to see. I'm gonna try and use my Hermetic Step. So if this goes off for 2d10 minutes, I can find all traps.
Okay.
Ooh.
I did not. So that is 9.
Okay.
Oh, I would have gained back some of these, right? Since we rested.
You should have gained all of
Should have
them.
given it back, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So then I'm gonna spend 1 to reroll.
Okay.
Hey, there we go. So that's 16. So that should be a success.
Mhm.
It's only 12. So for 2d10 minutes, so for the next 8, so 16 minutes.
Okay.
10 tall trap. Wow.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Looking at the chair, you also see no traps.
Awesome. So I'll go over and I'll say, wonderful. Well, here goes nothing, and I'll grab the crown and lift it.
I'm gonna take like 5 steps back.
As you grab the crown and lift it off of her head, you see that you're holding a crown.
Well, that's perfect, and I'll put it on.
We solved the puzzle.
You put it on your head.
Yeah.
As you
I'm a
put
sea
this
captain.
crown on your head, you feel that it immediately begins to meld into your skin.
Waiting for that, yeah. Uh-huh.
You see that your fingers start to become claws.
Oh, dear God.
You feel that your teeth begin to sharpen, and you now feel that you begin to like grow gills on the sides of your throat.
Can any of us try to use like the Mörk Borg equivalent of a reaction to knock this thing off his head?
I mean, you can try, but I will tell you that right here, it literally says the crown cannot be removed.
Well, I try.
Once the transformation begins, it completes and cannot be stopped.
Well, this
was
is
just-
just exciting then.
I was just putting it there to kill some time, like just to keep it in place.
Yeah, so you can use your hands again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, Bartholomew Bilge, this is what I want to tell you. You can hear the screams of the dead and dying. You hunger to rend flesh and drag them into the darkness below the deepest water. Eventually, you must return to the sea. It is the only place you belong now.
Well, yeah, alright, I feel like going back to the sea.
Davy
Did I
Jones'
just lose my
locker.
character?
No,
No? Okay, cool.
nope. But now you, your fingers have become claws, and you can do D4 damage with them. But it makes grasping other weapons challenging.
Okay.
So you have -2 on attack tests.
So +2 to DR.
Yes,
DR, okay.
+2 to your DR with your like Zui-hander.
With weapon.
That's only with weapons that you're wielding, not with the claws. That's what it means when it says
Right.
it's difficult to wield.
So that I
Yeah.
get my guns too?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can bite, but it only does 1 damage.
Okay, bite for 1.
And you have gills.
And you can breathe water. Yep.
Is she still wiggling?
Yes. Oh, and you can see in the faintest light.
Oh,
You no longer need a lantern.
you don't need that lantern anymore.
Oh, yeah, I'll shutter the lantern, unshutter it. I can see a bit better. Also, my teeth are a bit sharp.
All right.
All things considered, crew, I think that this went pretty well. You don't feel like you need to kill us or anything?
No, I do feel the need to return to the sea at some point. that's
Oh,
where I
you
feel,
always.
As a captain, I believe that's normal.
it's where I feel the most comfortable now. Or it's where I felt most comfortable before.
Yeah, you're almost thinking that maybe when you guys are sailing, you might want to be keel-hauled.
It's to the depths of the sea, if I remember.
That's what I was thinking. I might want to be dragged behind the boat.
Oh, like a jet ski.
Or
like
more
water
importantly,
skis.
like the donkey.
Like the donkey.
Yes,
Like
I
my
think I might
donkey.
go out there with the donkey. It seems like it might be the most appropriate place to captain from now on. Well, and I'll show my claws. I think we should move on.
Those are interesting.
Yes, they're new.
You can still breathe like people air.
Yeah. I'm like, oh yes, I'm still green.
Wow.
Oh God, when he coughs, does blood now come out of the...
Absolutely,
Yes, okay.
yeah.
Fires out of the
I'll
gills
try
everywhere.
and like cover my mouth.
And it just more comes out of the gills.
Very gross.
Well, the unfortunate thing, crew, is that while we have found some sort of treasure, we can't very well sell this. It doesn't come off of your head. Deeper into the dungeon we must go.
Yes. So have you trying to remove it?
And I'll try and like pull it out. Now it seems to be.
Is it on through your hat?
I did just set it on my hat, so.
Growth through the hat.
Rose through your hat, I suppose.
I suppose this hat's staying for a while.
You're going to have to look at your wardrobe. I don't believe a crown goes with everything.
No, I'll have to
However,
dress
Cod
appropriately.
might have a comment on that.
You gotta dress how you feel, man. As long as you feel good, you'll look good.
So what the fuck are you guys doing next?
I'm concerned. Is it a queen's or a king's crown? Because that was the queen, I believe you said.
But I think crowns are probably inherently genderless.
This is called the Crown of the Abyssal Monarch, so it doesn't matter.
Ah, okay. And that's written on the inside, which we can't see, so we simply have to believe that that's what Bartholomew
There
read.
was a tag on the inside
Very
that you
good.
didn't see, yeah.
Gotta cut that tag off or some itch. Yeah.
Pig.
Tag.
Well,
From Washington.
I say we backtrack and go left.
I don't think I'm gonna put things on anymore. The world's gotten a little shitty about that.
I mean, I just think that I'm doing my due diligence. We kill most things we see. This twitching skeleton thing, nobody has any desire to like smash it or kill
I
it.
have absolutely no desire, as Bartholomew read, appropriately dead.
No reason to distrust the
Oh,
black.
it's properly
Since-
dead.
Properly. I'm
Since
getting
I-
my word syntax wrong.
I am the new monarch. I probably shouldn't leave the old one intact.
Well, I mean, you could just chop off her head. That's like what they did back in like the French Revo.
I'll
The
just
Revo.
probably bad based on your smile, Mike. But
In simple fact, I believe that's how most monarchies are done. There can be only one.
I'll use my new claws to just kind of go up and just slash the head off.
Oh, good.
Yeah, knocking her head off is absolutely no problem. She is properly dead.
Cool.
You just knock the skull off.
It just seemed right.
I mean, I am the monarch now.
All hail the king.
Before we leave, has anyone taken it upon themselves to search around the throne?
Oh no, well, it's behind the throne.
I'm still down the hallway.
Yeah.
I'm still hollering down the hallway.
I did take a peek around and didn't see anything, but the search would behoove me.
Yeah.
May
Taking a
we
peek.
do a search of the room.
Taking a peek around, you guys find nothing else in here.
Well, then we should swing back around. I guess it's time to go back down that hall. It was the only other opening, I suppose.
Tally-ho.
Yeah, so we'll head back to that opening.
Fantastic.
So we entered in, we took the right instead of the left, and then as we walked this way, there was an opening on our
To the
right.
south.
To the south. Is that the opening that you speak of, or are you talking about going
That-
all the way back?
There was like
I
a
guess
branch.
Maybe we should just go all the way back and go back around that circle.
I am pretty freaking curious about that opening of this path.
Well,
this end of the path.
It's on our way.
We
Let's just
fully
go through it.
explore the south.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go through that next opening. So the one on the way back to the front where the first T.
You are a
was.
gracious and understanding
Yeah.
king.
We're all just looking at Mike's map.
That one.
Mike
yes,
has a map.
south,
Okay.
Yes.
You guys want to go back the way that you just came?
This one.
Yep.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Does this pathway continue here from...
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
Oh!
Oh, I thought you said that. I thought you meant that came into. So we should continue along the
Yeah,
circle.
We should
Okay.
finish our perimeter.
Yes. I thought when I looked at that, I had seen that it was cut off. So yes, we should continue along. So we'll continue.
Okay, fantastic. So you guys leave out of the circular room, you head back down the hallway, and you guys begin your way northward down this narrow pathway. You guys make an immediate left, another left, and you find yourselves where you entered into this
So we
narrow
confirm
hallway.
that we have a full
well,
perimeter
there's
of this
there's
space.
Cod's piece of cloth and the beginning of my arrows.
Stupendous.
And yeah, you can see those skeletons right next to you now that have the jewels beset in their eyes.
Okay.
All right, well, let's go back to that opening.
Fantastic. Making your way back to the south-facing opening, you find that this is an unstable, narrow, small tunnel. It can accommodate like a small human crawling slowly. Someone who's larger needs to move very, very slowly, or else they could collapse this thing.
Cod's a svelte dude. He'd fit through here.
Cod is very svelte.
I don't imagine Bartholomew was very big. Did the change that just happened to me make me much larger?
Nope.
But I'm a medium-sized
Okay.
creature.
Okay.
I'm 5 by 5.
I fit into 5 by 5 square like a normal.
We all look at George.
I should probably become the Doomsayer Monkey.
Or slither long ways.
Or slither long ways. I really like this giraffesque form. Do I feel like in this form, moving through here, I will need to make regular checks to not collapse the tunnel on myself?
I think if you try to move through in your giraffe-slith form, you're going to collapse it.
I think that makes complete sense. I accept your rule.
You can go through as armless George Clooney if you want to.
You know, I never get to just be armless George Clooney.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I've become armless George Clooney. I asked for some help reattaching Sally's face to George Clooney's face. And I say, I'm all ready. I'm extra compact for this.
Cod likey.
Thank you, God. I've received approval. This is great. And now my confidence is restored.
Success.
And I mean, do you guys have any extra weapons? Because you guys could probably just jam some weapons into his arm sockets.
I believe we should wait until we're on the other side. That is a brilliant idea, Captain, but
I don't have any weapons I think that would work.
Could
in the
you
arm.
just jam my machete, my machete monkey machete into my copyrighted, patented machete monkey machete into my arm hole for me? Just so I can swing around with this thing like a Cuisinart?
We might want to get you through the tunnel first.
Valid. You're right.
But then, yes, I will jam your monkey machete.
You're a good man, a good captain. It's my honor to follow you.
I did lifeguard training, so I could totally help.
Thank you.
All right, I will go first.
Fantastic. So crawling through this, like, very, very narrow pathway, you find yourself again in a dark room, and you don't have your lantern anymore, but that's not a problem for you anymore. What you can see is that you are in, like, roughly a kind of a squarish room, and off to your right, there is a very short but very wide staircase and a door up at the top of that. And the entire south side, so the side that you're facing, of this room is absolutely covered in rats.
Oh.
They do not appear to be paying attention to you, but you notice that the staircase is faintly glowing. You would think that that is because of your spell.
Is it the same color of glow? To him, I guess. Do we see the glow? No.
It would be. What color is it when you see a trap with your spell?
Oh, I would say green.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you see green.
There's a trap there. Okay, so I'll
I can disable traps.
what was that, Captain?
shut up down there. There's rats everywhere.
So you guys all start making your way through, and I'm assuming that, Cod, you have your lantern.
Yes.
So yeah, you guys come through, and you can see that, like, one side of this room, there is just, like, this pile of rats that you don't want to have to deal with.
Yeah, that's true.
Do they react when Cod places the flashlight?
Absolute-
The lantern. on?
Absolutely not. They don't seem to be paying any attention to you.
That's cool.
So I say we be quiet. Since God, there is a trap on the door. Have you go up there, you'll disarm the trap, and then we'll get the hell out of here.
Okay. I'm going to.
I want to remind you
Yes.
that on the staircase The stairs are glowing.
The stairs are glowing.
The stairs are going, not the door. The
Okay.
stairs are going.
All right.
Can I really quickly writhe in pain and resume my form?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. I'm sorry I keep having to say that, but it's important that I establish.
I got a dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay, so Cod, you go over and you notice that there's no trap here, but the stairs are very squeaky.
They're made of rats.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to run that by me again.
They're squeaking.
Ah, it is a rat-calling staircase.
So if we step on the stairs, it'll squeak and the rats will come running.
It would alert the rats.
I think the rats are made of the stairs, and vice versa.
Well, if that would be the case,
I propose a concept. George Clooney uses his freakish neck to
Thank you.
reach the doorknob, open it. We leap over the stairs through the doorway.
Maybe you saw the classic film with my good friend John Goodman, where he runs along the neck of a dinosaur. You could possibly rappel along my neck.
Don't speak to me of that man.
Well, not a fan, I guess.
There's actors, and there's John Goodman.
But he's transcendent.
Wow. Getting a little backstory on Cod Silverington the 17th here.
H. John Goodman.
H. John Goodman for some
Interesting
reason.
move. Okay. I love that plan, Cod. This sounds great.
yes, I think that's wonderful. So we'll jump over the rat stairs, the squeakers. Excellent. Yes, so Mr. Clooney, if you could.
I extend my freakish giraffe neck.
Okay.
And I reach over the stairs, and I grasp onto the door with my mouth and tongue.
So reaching over toward the door, because you're reaching over with your face?
Yes.
Right.
You're gonna go great.
I do want to specify that I rolled to disable the trap. So I don't know if that changes anything.
Yeah, okay, you know what? You shove a couple of rocks into the stairs to make them not squeaky anymore.
This is a bit of a rat con.
You know what? I think we deserve those squeaky stairs now.
Do you want me to decide how I disable the squeaky stairs?
Yeah, sure, you can do that.
Okay. My plan is what I plan.
What is your
not
plan?
touching them. That's how we
Your
disable the
plan is
squeak.
disabling them by not touching
Yeah.
them.
By not touching them?
Yeah, so that way they don't.
Oh, you
squeak.
guys are just going to jump over them?
Yeah, that was my disabling.
Okay, there's
effort.
actually the mechanic right here for that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
La-di-da.
That
So
was
you
the
guys are just going to
disable.
jump over them.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's a strength DR14. So,
I just extend my face over the...
okay, so as you extend your face over it, you notice that the door is locked, and there's actually a face painted on the door.
Oh.
Is it familiar?
And you see that the door is also faintly glowing green.
I'd be careful, Mr. Clooney. It seems that there is a trap on that door as well.
Yeah,
Crane my head around and go, what?
yeah, George, as you get your face close to the door, the eyeballs of the painted face look at you.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I'll scrabble up your neck and disable the door from atop.
So,
I like this idea. Is the door amenable to this plan?
The DM or the GM?
Does his neck have the tensile strength and musculature to hold up Cod Silvergington?
I'm very
Tune in
svelte.
next week.
I'm very svelte. I'm like a greased kitten.
Gravy monster.
shut up.
Is that your SoundCloud name?
Yeah. It's the GM. So we're waiting for the decision from the gravy monster because
Yeah.
Mike loves gravy.
Gravy. I like gravy. Well, I don't like brown gravy.
It's quality food.
Brown gravy?
Not brown, like regular
It's
gravy.
a slurry.
Like a
at
white
best.
sausage gravy.
You may proceed.
He's deciding. He wants to tell us no, but
I want to tell you no because the book says no, and because you guys have a way to open this door.
Yeah, I think I already might know.
Oh, a puzzle?
Yeah.
all right. Well, I'm already starting to crawl up your back, but I'll stop and look at you.
Wait, you said it's an indentation of the face?
No, it's like a painted face.
Oh.
Should we resume
He
the
was gonna
recording?
stick his face in the.
Yeah, we should probably resume the recording.
Okay.
I think we are.
Oh,
Yeah, we didn't
yeah.
actually stop, so we can just...
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought we'd paused.
No. All
Okay.
that gravy chalk is cemented.
I thought that was not going to be recorded. And it could be my secret that I took to the grave.
V.
He won!
I like that so much. There's more gravy than grave about you.
Oh,
Said
God.
Scrooge.
I love him.
Me too. He's great. He hates Kermit.
Okay, so climbing over, you can see that this face begins looking at you, and you realize that this is something magical in nature and not a trap that you can just, like, disable.
I'm gonna slide back down the neck.
You slide back down the neck in a very cartoonish way, very
Yeah.
much like Fred Flintstone.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And then
But
I kind of
not
like
John-
run in
not
place.
But not John Goodman.
Correct.
What did you find, Mr. Silvergington?
That face door's mad magical.
Face door.
Probably need some kind of magical intervention.
Okay, did you take care? So we're gonna jump up the stairs then to get over the squeakiness.
That like would work, except for the door has the magic face that is something's up with that
Can
too.
I ask, how high up does the stairs go?
I will tell you that it is a strength DR 14. It's like 5 stairs.
It did seem to like look at me with judgment, which was uncool.
What I mean is 5 stairs is not very much. Can I just go to the side and like pull myself up?
No, they're like 5 wide stairs. They're
thank
like
you.
the wide ones.
And it's a bound
Yes.
stairway.
That's
Absolutely,
okay.
yeah.
Excellent.
And I'm George Clooney. I'm just gonna fucking make an action. Gonna say something to this face. Why not? Fortune favors the bold.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, hello, door face.
It smiles at you in the creepiest way.
Oh,
Possibly it is a spoken phrase like "speak, pal, and enter."
that's a reference.
It may be. I'm uncertain. It just came to mind.
Pal.
Did that work?
I don't think it worked.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing we'll need to speak to it.
Open sesame.
Bartholomew,
Gotta get out of the way.
Okay, maybe I should go up.
there is a neck still stretched before you.
That
George
probably
has
knocked it up.
graciously allowed us to climb, to mount him,
I would like
embark him.
I would like Blevit, Bartholomew Bilge, and George Clooney to... Oh, and actually, Cod, I would like you all to make presence tests.
This is one of those things where it's like a 4th grade difficulty, and we're just.
Absolutely, yeah.
Ooh, I got a natty 1.
Nice. That's fantastic.
Not a whole lot better. I have a 3
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, I got a 6.
You get a 6? A 16.
because he is George.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, George, you... Looking at this creepy face that's smiling at you, you can see that there is a keyhole in this door. And you remember that you've gotten a couple of keys throughout your journey.
Yeah.
What do you see anything
You
up there?
you do also remember that that weird golden whistle that you had gotten was kind of also shaped like a key.
I think this door was poorly made. There seems to be a hole. It goes right into the thing.
Really, like an eye hole, something you could see through. Take a look through. See
Yeah,
what's
I
on
put
the
my
other side.
eye to the hole.
You put your eye to the hole, and the door tries to bite you.
Oh, maybe, you know what? I could do, this will be my good deed for the day. I'm gonna fill this hole that's on the door with something.
Your tongue?
No, I'll use one piece of metal that I can leave behind, like this stupid whistle. And I crane my neck back around, and I put my face
Do you
into,
realize
like,
how
a pouch.
agile the giraffe tongue is? You could lift it off your neck and put it in.
I do so.
Okay.
I use my
like a
agile
foot-long.
giraffe foot-long tongue.
Okay.
I don't like
Extended
the
because it is
face
also
you
a
made.
basilisk tongue.
You know,
So it's
Yes.
forked.
you know, last session there was like a perfect time for a joke. You're like, yeah, what are you gonna do with like a long giraffe tongue? And you're like, I'm gonna use it to get another action. And it's like, nobody made the joke, man.
Well, we're not perverts,
That's
Mike.
disgusting, Mike.
You guys are the most disgusting people I know.
Yeah, I was trying, but I couldn't get through the laughter of saying this is a kid's family,
Oh yeah, yeah, it's
Like I said, I
totally
couldn't get
family
through it.
friendly.
They,
Yeah,
they play this
For
in,
sure.
in elementary schools to put the
Yeah.
kids to sleep.
absolutely.
Why are they sleeping in this?
Elementary school, it's not daycare. I'm out of my brain. I don't remember what children do.
Okay,
Okay, so I'm just trying to flavor it. I don't know what's going on. I'm George Clooney.
Okay.
Grab the whistle. With my giraffe tongue. Try to shove the key whistle into the hole on the door.
Okay.
I attempt to do so.
Okay.
Does it accomplish anything?
It does.
Okay.
Yay!
The door is now much nicer. The hole has been filled, and I think that we've done our good deed for the day. That's a kibitz. What's it called? That's my kismet.
Kismet?
Kismet for the day.
I don't think that means what you think it means.
Oh.
Kismet means like it's something that's serendipitous.
Oh.
Like, this is a kismet joining of people.
There's a term for like the good deed you're supposed to do every day.
I would say killing that
like a Yiddish.
captain and getting the key would be kismet, would it not, Mr. Cod?
It is very interesting that the thing that made me have to hang out with you guys for a long time is also the thing that brought us to the... Yeah, it's righteous, man.
Excellent. Well, we should go ahead and get up these steps. There's
Mitzvah.
the door.
Mitzvah. Thank you. This is our mitzvah for the day. I'm Jewish George Clooney now. And I'm going...
For facts, John, did you happen to check, is George actually Jewish?
It didn't come up in any of my Wikipedia search.
Really?
The one
Or
Wikipedia
Seventh
search I
Day
did.
Adventist, or possibly
He's 61 years old, was born in
Dianetics.
Kentucky.
Oh,
I can tell you that.
61-year-old
Baptist.
Kentuckian. Okay.
So I use my Kentucky know-how, my grit.
I do not believe that he's from Kentucky.
That's what it says on my character sheet
I feel like
here.
he came off of a grape in Napa Valley.
Aw. I am going to see if the door opens now, if the key did anything.
Yeah, the door opens wide.
Oh, cool. Does the face still look at me?
Yeah, it still seems to be smiling at you.
Oh, I say, thank
Creepily
you, Mr.
still?
Face.
Yeah, still super creepy.
It's been a pleasure
Yeah, it's
doing
like a
business
clown
with you.
face.
In the last remnants of my power, do I see if there's a way, like... I don't know if it just says that I can... Oh, it says I find the traps. I guess it wouldn't necessarily tell me how to avoid it.
Exactly.
Ah, crap. Anyway, so I guess we need to jump up this thing.
And it's a 14,
Yeah.
whatever.
It is, the strength DR 14.
Oh, yeah, so if we don't get over it, we're just running.
If you don't get over it, you're gonna fight a bunch of rats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay, I'm using my omen.
Shit, I want to use an omen. Did I recover them? I was cooking top
Yeah.
meat paste. Okay, I'm going to use one.
Dude, 13. So close.
Success.
You can give omens? Is that what we
You can.
decided?
You can.
Okay.
Can give an omen.
Oh, I got a nat 20, so I'll give up my other omen.
Okay.
Do you still draw the card?
Oh,
What did
Yeah,
you
I
get?
do.
Did you succeed?
I succeeded. I used one omen, but I succeeded.
Barry?
I succeeded. I have a 22.
Okay, let me see if I get a new omen.
Oh, yeah.
I got an 8, so I do get it back.
I forget, does a nat 20 give you an omen? I'm crazy right now. That's not a
Yes,
thing.
you're crazy.
That's insane.
13
It
again.
doubles damage.
I'll give you an omen. You can have my last omen.
Okay, is there
Well, I
anything-
have like another omen already, so
Oh, you just keep regenerating omens.
Maybe.
You're like an omen machine.
yeah, I can give mine up again.
I think that'd be best.
Okay.
Go ahead and draw. Don't draw thingy.
I got another 8.
Okay.
So you have an omen, and I still have an omen.
Roll that die.
The second this
Okay,
goes wrong, I'm gonna start crying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Would you like to use a different d20?
Sure.
You can try this one. Here, you can roll into this little cup. It's fun.
I want to roll into the cup.
You can use the cup. Yeah.
Hey,
Boom.
17.
Fantastic. So after using a bunch of omens,
Bunch of cosmic energy.
I'm just hyping you up. I'm like, you got this, man. Just like
yeah, you got your
breathe
hype
deeply.
man standing up there, and Bart, you know that you just fucked up a little bit. Like you put that crown on your head. Now your pirate hat is stuck on your head.
Need a W. Need a W.
You keep running up and almost jumping, and then finally you do it and you soar through the air. It's like at the end of a sports movie where you're running slow motion in the air.
Like
like-
Rudy.
Radio, I was gonna say.
We'll go with Rudy instead.
Did Rudy jump and run through the air?
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
very end.
Then he grabbed Mary Jane after the goblin blew up the balcony.
What?
And then New York's like, Rudy. He's like, don't reveal my secret identity.
And then he had a heart attack.
What the hell kind of movies am I missing?
It's a great
These are the
film.
deep cuts.
This is with Rudy, man.
The unabridged version.
Okay, so I end up landing after my slow-mo montage.
Yes.
Good job, lads. High fives all around.
High five. High five.
Okay. Down to the next part of the shithole.
Yeah, what do we see?
All right. So, walking through this door, does anybody grab the whistle key?
Yeah,
Oh
if we
shit!
can.
Can I have my whistle key back?
Yeah, sure.
Blow my whistle, baby.
No, don't blow it.
Remember that song?
No.
I think I
Absolutely not.
It was on DDR.
So, you find that this room is full of like broken wooden shelving and the moldy remains of what used to be like books. The north door has like caved in and partially obstructs there's like a wooden hatch in the southwest corner, and the west wall is crumbling. There's a massive rat's nest.
More rats.
More rats.
Yeah, and
Damn.
it's like squeaking.
Now,
We should close the door behind us.
is the rat's nest on the same wall that the wall of
Ooh,
rats
good question.
were?
Oh, that's an interesting.
I mean, is
Well,
this
we
the back
came
end of
in
the
from
wall
that.
of rats?
No.
Because the doorway is like.
So,
I'll close the door behind us.
You close the door behind you. Is anyone going to check out that rat's nest?
Bartholomew, you have with you the possible way that we might learn what is going on down here.
I'm gonna go
emissary.
Do
ahead.
any of your rats speak rat?
So, let's see, who needs to prove themselves?
Well, it would have been flogging.
Yeah, so...
Oh, flog.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and give, like, a low melodic whistle, coded whistle, and then, like, tap on my chest a few times.
We're gonna find out which rat you like the least right now.
So, we got, Booter is gonna come out.
Okay.
He is, I can't say cool guy. So he's kind of a scraggly looking one. His hair's a little bit matted and whatnot. And wrapped around his arms along, like it goes from one arm up over the back and wrapped around the other arms. And he has like two little tiny swinging ones. It says he has chains, so it's like a necklace.
I was thinking the idiot mittens where you pull one and hit yourself in the face.
He comes out and there's like a it's like an anchor, air quotes anchor on one, but it's just a little piece of carved or like mold folded metal, and then on the other one it's just like a chain.
Okay.
And so he comes out and kind of like hops off of me down to the ground. There's a cool little Superman landing.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna squeak at him a little bit and tell him, all right, I need you to go over there, Booter, and you're gonna find out what those rats know. See what they're doing.
I want to hear it in the rat voice.
And I'm hearing West Side Story music at this point.
Right.
And then so you guys hear, and he just gives a little salute
love
and
him.
hits himself with the chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see him hop
Booter.
off of you, and he begins running over there. It's at this point that you notice that the ground is covered in rat skulls.
As he's going through,
Is he kind of like
Yeah,
He's gonna
absolutely.
look
Yeah, he's
back.
freaked out right now.
right?
I'll look back and I'm gonna
Is
be
it
like,
is it a path of skulls that he's walking on, or are they just randomly over?
No, they're just everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rat
and-
skulls, no bodies.
Right. Yeah, rat skulls, no bodies.
I think it's creepier for Booter than it is for us.
And yes, he heads over there. You can see that like he moves some of the debris that's on top of these rats, and he like kind of stops, looks back at you a little bit confused, puts the debris back on them, and like walks back to you super slowly. He comes back and whispers something in your ear.
Don't pick them up.
Yeah. He informs you that they're just babies. They're still blind.
Aw.
Thank you, Booter. You did a great job, and I'll pat him on the head. A few
Bartholomew,
times.
what did he say? What are we dealing with?
But they do have treasure with them.
And I'll look a little like. And then I'm gonna say, "All right, Booter, you're done." And I'll put him inside, and I'll say, "I need to confer with Delilah for a moment." And I'll pull out.
What did he say?
I'll have Delilah come out, and I'm gonna talk to her in rat, and I'm gonna say, "Delilah, I think if I tell them that there's treasure amidst those baby rats, which that's what's under there, they're going to want to kill your kind to get to that treasure." And so I say, I'll leave it to you. Do we loot and plunder, or do we leave them be?
Delilah makes a roll.
Yeah, and
There's a third option too. Recruitment.
ooh.
Can you imagine if you raised all those baby rats, their capabilities by puberty age?
And then I'll think. Thank you, little voices in my head. And then I'll say,
I mean, you do have a room that you can use as a nursery.
what about recruitment, Delilah? Delilah looks up,
Looks down at the 8 teats.
takes a big long drag off her tiny cigarette, throws it on my
I'm
shoulder,
sorry,
puts it out.
8 shriveled teats.
And she'll just nod, and I'll say, get the nursery ready.
And where is the nursery?
So,
Oh well, there's
in
like
his
a
chest.
makeshift one inside my chest, but then there's gonna be a full one on the ship we'll make.
Okay.
And then I'll look at
Art?
all of you and start talking in rat.
No. No.
Sorry. Well, it looks like my crew just got a little bigger. Under there is a bunch of baby rats, not even big enough to see yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and stuff those baby rats in my
Shoveling
chest.
handfuls of
And
baby rats.
there's also treasure beneath it. So I'll take the baby rats. You guys get the treasure, see what there is, and we'll start splitting it up.
very good.
That's
And you're
win-win.
not seeing a trap on the rat pile.
No,
Very good.
just
Shall we-
parenthood.
Shall we? A parent trap, yes, I get it. So, shall we wait until you've removed all of the younglings?
Yes, I'll go over there. So I'll go over and my chest will pop open in a few places as you see rats like rappelling down with tiny little blankets.
Nice.
Swaddling,
Yes.
swaddling youth.
Little blankets and little like plastic bits for pacifiers. And yeah, it's
It's gonna be bad for their teeth, you know.
All your little buck teeth rats.
yeah. Well, it's better for the biting. It gives them a weapon. So I'll go over.
You gather up all the baby rats.
So it's just a freaking horror show of all
Yeah.
these rats rappelling down,
There are these
grabbing,
pink, hairless little blind rats.
and they're just naming every
Yeah.
single one.
This really is a disgusting scene.
Yeah.
I just
How
envision it
many
all.
is he bringing back?
I think it's
Because we're
sweet.
doing nothing
It's
else.
kind of
We can count.
heartwarming.
There's an orphanage in his
and
body.
also Delilah is there with a ledger book, also stamping down
Right,
names,
right,
stamping the babies so they don't mix them up.
They each get their own barcode.
Oh my good Lord.
You got 12.
12.
We'll see how many survive.
Yep.
All right, I would like everybody to roll a D100. We'll see
Oh.
what you get out of the rat nest. Cool. We'll see what quote-unquote treasure you've got.
Yes, it's D100.
76.
30 exactly.
76. Blevit, you found oil on board painting of the cat's paw. So you found the purple,
ship?
yeah, the purple and gold ship out there. You found an oil painting of
Whose
that.
captain is definitely a bunch of cats in a trench coat.
Absolutely.
And if we give him this painting, he'll reveal himself.
Yeah.
I think this, my fellows, may come in handy with us if we ever need to negotiate with the captain of the cat's
Tell
paw.
him we're holding your ship hostage and show him the thing.
What's interesting is writ of ownership. I think this probably might command quite a bit in a sea-based court of law.
Possessions is
Bartholomew.
9/10.
Yeah.
It is, and we can show that we have ownership. Maybe we could levy this for ourselves.
I commission paintings of everybody I meet and then I own them.
And I've been judge,
Mr.
jury, and
Clooney.
executioner for many a pirate.
I think this is a wonderful find.
Cod?
86.
86. Cod, you find a tiny pet ooze in a metal cage.
That's adorable. A cage seems like it wouldn't hold an ooze well.
Yeah.
Shoved in with the rat babies. That's concerning.
The nursery.
So maybe it coos to the rat babies.
Yeah.
We'll figure out what that means in the future.
I'm naming it
Maybe
Tamagotchi.
it's
You're going to name it Tamagotchi.
Maybe it sings. Maybe it is a lullaby ooze.
famous
I will hold it to my ear.
Maybe it has a flavor.
That's a good idea. We're going to go with you.
30 exactly.
30 exactly. You found a pair of dirty, thick wool socks.
Oh, those.
That's what the babies get.
Actually, those. Before you do something foolish, Sally's boots must cover something. Woolen socks on the inside of the boots.
Are you doing a riddle?
No, I'm simply talking about
If one
comfort.
boot by land and one boot by sea, socks must be.
Is it the old
That's a
fairy
Paul
tale
Revere
woman
reference.
that lived in a shoe?
No, I'm talking about woolen socks so that they don't. We will not get chafing from the boots.
Oh, okay, yes.
He was just talking about wearing socks. This is not a puzzle.
You will understand that I am not prophetic, almost ever.
almost.
I mean, there's been that time.
I will save them then for now.
But I have a cream for that now. Yeah.
And George,
16.
you get a jar of lutefisk.
Oh,
Lutefisk.
Stinky.
George, what
I
did
love
you,
that face that you've made.
what did you get there, George?
this is a jar of awful.
That is an O, two F's, and an AL or AW version.
I have spelt it as Lutevisk.
Lutefisk. Is
Yeah.
that what's written on the front?
Is that how it's written? Is this somebody who did not know how to spell lutefisk, but made
Absolutely.
some? and they
Wonderful.
wrote it
So
like that?
this again, we'll need to find out which of the kings is Swedish-based, but I think we have something to trade there as well.
Is this? I guess this is what I was going for with the pastes that I made for dinner earlier.
That's true.
Yeah.
My memory is that is a tad saltier.
So,
Yes, we'll have
Cod
time to
Silverington.
discuss this.
Close.
That's exactly what I was trying to do.
so the only other thing that is of note in this room is the small hatch that seems to be leading downward.
Well, it looks like we're going down the hatch, so I'll go and open it up.
There is
You
a-
have revealed a short, about 10-foot ladder
Oh shit.
leading into the darkness.
There's a ladder here leading into the darkness.
I'm gonna mutter quietly, and I'm gonna say, like a giant organ, we descend further, almost as if being consumed by some great unknowable thing.
This just got very dark.
Yeah.
Cod, we try to keep it light in
Faux
the
show.
crew, yeah. So
Faux show, faux
Upbeat
show.
and positive.
You're learning your place in the crew,
Yeah.
and we are a positive, upbeat.
normally
bunch.
we'd say something like, "I hope it's not the toilet" or something like that,
Tally ho and all that.
Let's get this shit done,
Yeah.
things like that.
Word up, yo.
Awesome, very men. Okay, well, let's go, and I'll
Down the
hop
chute.
on down. Not
There's
hop
a-
on down, but I'll climb down.
Yeah, you
There's
climb
a
down.
ladder, yeah.
Yeah, you can feel that this is very, very rickety as you're climbing down it.
One at a time, left.
Get off the.
Yeah. So you climb down, the next person climbs down, the next one.
Yep.
I writhe on the ground in agony, I become a monkey, and then I climb down.
Okay. And you are the last one. As you reach the bottom, you shake it just a little bit, and the entire ladder just kind of breaks apart.
I want to try to cover up that I did that.
I mean, it's pretty obvious.
What if I roll a nat 20 present?
Sure.
Everybody turns around.
We're all
Yes?
slowly turning around.
That's a 3.
No.
He's holding
go.
2 rungs.
Just walk over, kind of eye the dust settling, and look at you, Mister.
So something's gone terribly wrong with this ladder.
Look up and say, "Well, I can't be mad at you, Mr. Clooney. You done. You fucked up. I'm sorry, but you know what? You learned.
Hey, that's me. Always looking for opportunities to learn.
Just like you always said. That's showbiz, I guess. Let's go on.
If we were to leave, we could always have George extend and we could embark him up.
Yes, that's
I'm basically a ladder.
I feel like we're
at least in one
underutilizing you.
Yeah.
So looking around in this room, you find an undignified, rotting, mostly skeletal corpse dressed in rags with its mouth bound, closed with a length of leather cord. It is encircled by arcane runes in blood and candles. You can also see that there are 2 doors. One of them, as you shake the handle, you find that it is locked, and the other door has carved into it. Beyond this door is certain death. It is locked with heavy iron chains and nailed closed. And that is where we will end our session.
I want to
Okay.
open that door, guy.
I want to get in that door.
Very good.
No combat this
Mike.
session.
Yeah. Well, but we did good. I don't know. I don't want to know what would have happened with those. Would those rats have killed us? I feel like those rats would have killed us pretty badly.
Yeah, what's that rat block look like? It's a stat block. Joe.
Jesus.
The rat stat block.
Yes. The rat.
Tune in next week as NCRP Productions presents episode 14, My Eyes Become Large. Thank you for joining us on another NCRP Productions podcast. We couldn't do this without you, so please like and subscribe everywhere we're found, including YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Google, Apple, Spotify, and other great podcast sites. If you'd like to help us continue making more content, we'd love to have your support on our Patreon. And if you have any feedback for us, please feel free to comment on our podcasts or email us directly at ncrpproductions@gmail.com. That's ncrpproductions@gmail.com. And we'd like to give a special shout out to our current patrons, MD Parker 4, Chef Francis, Crowman 76, Loading Madcat, M. Coling, November Stevenson, and Rosix 13. Thank you all. We truly, truly appreciate it.